It's a beautiful day and an auspicious time with all the eclipses and everything what's going on. We have the reading today for the Divine Masculine. And let's see what is coming up for the Divine Masculine today. It's what I see and what I felt in the meditation. It's a transformational time for the Divine Masculine, really transformational. And you're heading, I hear you're almost there. You're almost there, Divine Masculine, and you feel it. You feel that something is coming along, that something better is coming your way. So maybe you have feelings of, wondering, is it still your place? Are you still on the right spot? Do you need to make adjustments, or do you need to stay put? But I feel there will come this moment in time that you say, yes, this is it. This is what is needed for me, to feel in my power and to be on the right journey. Don't overhaste anything. Go with that flow. And there is so much going on in your field, and so much also that you have to cut cords with, let go of the past. And it's not an easy journey, I hear, but it's a worthwhile journey, because you start to become closer to who you are and what is in here, what's in your heart space. And that's really, really amazing that you say, oh wow, now I'm more connected with my heart. Now I also see more people around me that has that same heart space as me. So yeah, really beautiful. Yeah, death, the end of a time, the end of an era, the end and new beginnings. So you're shedding, you're shedding your skin, you're shedding everything what you need to shed, and you're saying, okay, I'm ready for something new, but still the old paradigm that needs to go, and you will be perfectly fine with that. You will be perfectly fine with the death and the rebirth, because the rebirth that you receive is more grand than you ever thought that was coming your way. When you was in this death period, you were like, oh my God, nothing works, everything goes to waste, why I'm on this journey. And this is the journey, the death and the rebirth, and to start all over again. And then you will also attract the people, the right people on your path, that are guiding you and opening your eyes to what they see in your heart space, what they see in your soul. And I think it hasn't been seen for a long, long time. And now you're being seen by people. So that's really amazing. Yeah, waking up from the dead, revival, standing up, end of a cycle, new beginnings. So, what is crossing it? Your magical life, the magic and the magic within you, the belief and the trust in the divine order, in your capabilities that you can change everything what you want to change. For instance, if you change negativity into positivity, and that is, the magic, what you hold in your heart, that is it comes from the ancestral lineage, I hear. It's grounded in you, so it's really amazing. Yeah, you work with all the elements, you work with the lunar, you work with everything that is heading again. You have a way to start all over again, to reinvent yourself, to start that you feel that inner child coming alive again. It starts to come to the surface, the joy and the happiness and the fun, and that will shift your energy, and you will say, okay, I'm out of here. You will you will revive that inner child, and start again. So and you're not only thinking of the past of that inner child, but also of the future. And there is something that you wow, what is changing you. Loss. Okay, this is a beautiful one, because they say don't focus on what's in front of you. Focus on what is still behind you, what is coming your way, because that's the most important thing. We can all get so stuck in what did I wrong, or why wasn't I good enough, or what, but that's all your limited beliefs. And now you start to raise your head and see and turn around that there's still cups left, that there's still um, 2 cups to be fulfilled. You can fill up not only your own cup, but also the cup of somebody else. And everything what's turned around and what needed to end, let it end, because that's what you need. You need to be, and this is a beautiful metaphor of a rebirth. That fetus that is in the mother's womb, that is all curled up by whatever it was that is being thrown to you. But now you start to see yourself naked again, and opening up, and see who you really are, because you will meet the people that see you, that really sees you. So that's really amazing. It's so beautiful also for this time of year. It's the end of a period. We're starting a new one, when and we came into Aries season. That's the new beginning. That's the new year. That's a new start. And you feel it. You feel it in your soul. You feel it, which direction you want to go. But you're not there yet. And that's okay. Give yourself time. Give yourself time. Because I hear what is for you will never pass you by. Okay? So no more sacrificing. You did enough. And you're still in that subconscious mind. You're still in that hangman position, that you say, okay, I'm, hanging here, but don't see it as a sacrifice. Maybe you did sacrifice yourself in a situation that you didn't need to sacrifice yourself for, because you weren't seen in full, I hear. So what you can do is look the things in another view, not out of a sacrifice, but seeing it is as, wow, I have a new chance, I have a new way coming my way, I can start anew, I can start all over again. So that's really that's what you can come through, you know. In your mind space, the lovers, a new partner coming your way, a new beginning, flying off together, I hear. You're flying off together. And maybe it's just as a friendship. I have a feeling it starts as a friendship. It doesn't start as a romance, but you feel so comfortable together. It's comfortable. It's not. I hear you can let your guard down. And I understand when you're coming from a situation that really hurts you, or that really, you know, ripped you open, actually, because that's what it is. It rips your heart open. Then you feel that you are alive. And that's the so weird part of it. Only when you're dying, you know, you feel your heart that it's alive. Otherwise, you're just on an automatic pilot. And from that pain and from that transformation, you start to blossom again. And you start to create new adventures. And you are doing the right thing at the moment. You're not jumping into something new right away. You are healing yourself, and you give it space to breathe, because you need time to breathe, you know, to say, oh my God, finally, you know, peace. And when that's coming around, that needs time, you know, and you will meet the right people around you, you know. Because there are so many people also that care about you, and that don't want to see you that way, but you also know that something new is coming your way, that you're building, you know. I see here, you know, that house on the background. You want to build that new house. This is, by the way, my Twinflame card. So yeah, it's building building something new. Don't see the period as a sacrifice, or that you're going through some external pain. The heart opening, the cracking, you know, it's a new phase in your life. You're being reborn. And what you can do against pain is meditate. Meditate, 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 meditate. go within, be in nature, find your purpose, find your goal. Because when you give yourself away, and you give your sovereignty away, then you start to suffer. When you have your goal, your path, your journey, your focus, and you're not doing it for yourself, but you're in service to yourself, to other people, to your god or your goddess, or whatever, you know, the universe, whatever you want to call it, it will release you or let you go from pain. You can let the pain go. You know each other already from a past lifetime. That's why it feels comfortable. That's why you feel, oh my God, here all my cups are filled. You know, it's flowers, it's joy, you know, the kite is up, you know, we can have fun. There is the playfulness, there is nothing that is restrained. There is pure acceptance here for each other and for who you are. So that's probably also what you need to learn for yourself, is giving to yourself first. And you knew it already. I hear he knew it already. The first glance, go back to the first time you saw each other. Something happened there. There was this eye contact, there was this feeling, there was this fun that was there. Go back to that time, because that was that soul connection, and you already felt it. Or one of you felt it already. You know, it could also be that the divine feminine felt it already and knew it already. So, interesting. One more card. Yeah. Yeah. You're saving. You're saving your money now, and you're saving, and new money is coming in for you. But you're on this verge of saving something for later. So you maybe you are at that a house again in the background, you know, maybe you want to buy a house, maybe you want to save some money or some extra money so you can buy a house or rent a house, or you know, that's what I see, holding on to what you have to create something better. That's what I see. That's amazing. You know, it's so many ideas are coming in, and it's like stacking onto each other. And the universe will absolutely taking care of you. After a death or a separation or whatever it is, losing your work or whatever, something new will come along, and that takes you on a ride, you know, and it will go in flow. So the universe is showing you what path you need to follow. Because when everything goes in flow, when everything has that flow in it and that journey in it, and you get that excitement back, then you know you're on the right path. And the universe only will show you more and more and more of it. And it's really interesting. If you see that little glimpse of um, that the universe is opening something up for you. Say thank you. Thank you, universe, that you're showing me the road that I need to follow, and what can come my way. Maybe it's not there yet, maybe it's not in full bloom yet, but you know that with that gratitude, the universe only will show you more and more and more. And that's the magic of it all. That's the magic of something what's ending. And I see the divine masculine going through a lot of endings at the same time. It could be changing your work, changing something else, having a different focus. And maybe you're just shattered because of um, there are too many things. And maybe a little bit of a panic reaction, that, oh, what now? I need to, or are there still, you have to listen very carefully to yourself, are there still words lingering in your mind that are put there by the program? And the program, I mean, people or things or organizations or situations that had an influence on you, and that it comes from the subconscious mind, that it was there, that still lingered, and that says now, okay, I have to let it go. I have to do this, or I have to do that to come back in the grace of someone. If it's ended, it's ended. Why do you want to go back to someone that doesn't even like you? This is wrong, that you're not doing this right, you're reactive, you're doing this and you're doing that, and this is not how you're supposed to behave, you shouldn't wear this, you shouldn't do that. Everything about you is wrong because they're comparing you already with someone else. So why would you stay, or why would you go back? No way. Exit. Go on your own journey. Find your true self. Find your heart. Find your self-worth, and go for it and see what will happen. Everything will open up for you. So, take that journey. And maybe that journey is scary in the beginning because you feel alone, and you disconnected from the company, or you disconnected from the people that you were around with, or whatever it is for you. Let it go. See it as an adventure. You can start all over again. Like that inner child, you can start again. You can make something new for yourself. So sometimes when we do so much for someone, and that comes from the purity of your heart, and they take it as for granted, that you're doing all these things for them, then it has no meaning at all what they said to you. So let it go. Let it, like the song, let it go. And it takes, sometimes it takes a long time to let it go, but don't go back to the past because it makes you depressive. Keep where you are now and take it one step ahead. Focus on the people you love. Focus on the things that needs to be done. Um, you know, don't get in that attachment mode. You're never attached. You know, even if you get born, right away after you get born, you get detached by cutting the navel cord. So now it's time also for the divine masculine to cut that cord and detach yourself um, from the situation and get back in balance. Then your balance get back. So it's sometimes you have to go separate ways to come back in your own balance and to appreciate yourself even more. Because sometimes we lose ourselves in someone else and don't have any appreciation for yourself anymore. You know, you betray yourself by giving more about someone else than about yourself. And that's not the way, you know, the universe wants it. The universe says, I see your worth. I see who you are. God says, you're one of my children. I love you. So why don't you love yourself? And that's all what you need to do. When you love yourself, nothing in the whole world matters what other people say to you or do to you or try to put you in, you know, then there is no manipulation possible. So that is what we all need to learn. It's what we all need to learn. It's one of our initiations where we're going through. And show yourself. And you know, I always say I'm perfectly imperfect because perfect doesn't exist. You know, we nobody is perfect, you know, only when you put yourself here and, you know, the rest is there and you're looking down on other people, you know, there's no good road for you down that lane. So I would say, you know, we're all visions, not the same opinions, but respect somebody else's opinion and let it go. Yeah, you will meet your high priestess. There are secrets that are not be out in the open yet, you know. Dus so it's really amazing. It's really amazing that you are in that space, that you see through the veils, and you do see through the veils. You see through everything that is happening around you. So perfectly. You have within yourself, you carry the book of knowledge. And your high priestess is there, you know, she's around you. She will guide you. It's your goddess. It's your God where you're connected with. And maybe some veils need to be lifted yet. And there is no, how do you call it? There is no wall. I see there is no wall. There are no walls. There's just transparency, and it's so easy going and easy flowing. So go with that energy, go with that flow. So it's really amazing. Your journey, divine masculine, will be an amazing journey, you know, when you start again. It's your focus. I see your focus is um, on that energy. You've been through a rough patch, I hear. You've been through a rough patch. But look at you. You do everything what you want. You have everything what your heart and your soul needs. You just need to come home. Come home here in that heart space and find yourself again. How beautiful. So yeah, it's time. These times it's time of transformation, of era, for a new era to start, from new beginnings. I almost, and I don't want to go to the outside world. I want to keep it with you and your heart space, because there's where you start to blossom. There is when you one with self, that you start to blossom, that you start to feel alive again. So whatever happens, happens. And it's not the end. It's an amazing journey of a new beginning for you. So take that time, take that adventure, um, take that new step and see what happens. Okay, let's see. I have the twin flame cards here and what the twin flames have to say. For the divine masculine. Are you on your twin flame journey? I think so. I think divine masculine is on his twin flame journey, or start his twin flame journey and getting out of the karma, of the karmic cycle. Wow. Divine masculine, open your heart. Set loving boundaries for yourself. You know, it's, for me, it's not boundaries. It's raising your standards. Boundaries for me is like something that you can't do with an open heart, because then your mind comes in between. But if you raise your standards, that you say, okay, I adjust this, I'm leveling up, I don't accept this anymore, then you can still say, it's coming from me, but I will do it with an open and loving heart. If I say something, I will say something with a loving and open heart. Because if I, and that's what happens in the twin flame journey, if I hurt you, I hurt myself. If I hurt my divine masculine, I hurt my divine masculine within myself. And those two are out of balance then. Then there has to go that whole giving and loving and coming back together again within yourself to keep that balance going. But if you start right away from the heart space with gratitude and open that heart to someone else, then you keep that balance going. And you just can say, okay, you know, this is how I see it. And I'm open for your opinion. And if they have another opinion, that's okay too. But you say, for me, that's not a go, or I can't meet your standards. I can't meet it because I'm not capable to do that. So And maybe it's you're not capable to do it because you lose yourself a little bit in the end. Yeah. So it's keeping yourself safe. Oh wow, that's one to get up for. Divine. 5 5. The 5. Program your soul. Let go, raise and reclaim. Haha. That's exactly what I already said in the reading, right? So reprogram your soul, reprogram your mind also, you know. Let go of the things that no longer serve you. Raise your vibration, you know, and reclaim your power back. That's such a strong one, to claim back what is yours, to claim back your power, because claiming back your own power, your own masculinity, your own, maybe you're demasculated, you know, and or you feel demasculated, then, you know, go back and, you know, reclaim your power. And that's really powerful. It's powerful when you claim back your energy, because you feel coming back into your soul. Maybe reclaiming some soul parts of you, you know, that are still in another realm, in another dimension, and ask your oversoul to claim that back, and program your soul to come in alignment with the people that resonates with your soul, not that resonates with your mind, that resonates here, because that's the most important thing. If you want to be safe, you know, if you want to be safe, then you know exactly if it resonates or not. And that's everybody in the beginning, when you meet each other, they will show themselves from the best side. But give it time, and give it some time, and then exactly they show you. You don't have to say anything. They show your through their actions who they are. And then you can say or feel already yes or no. But your soul knows. Your soul is comfortable with someone or not. Your soul is also closing itself off if it's not resonating. You're just that outer space, and there is nothing in there, you know. There's no possibility to make a soul connection, and a connection from masculine to feminine, or, you know. And this new paradigm is all about that. It's all about that soul connection, but also feeling safe where you are. So, last card. Harmonize. Let your light shine. Your divine masculine, you have an amazing, amazing light within you. Let it shine, because it's needed in this world. And you know it. In the back of your mind, you know it, that your light is needed, that your attention and your concentration is needed. Maybe you are doing some grit work, you know, working with Mother Earth, and harmonize everything. I see you have two 9.9s here. So 9 9 you have here. And out of those 9 nines is standing up, a reprogramming going on. So when you are reprogramming your soul, reprogram yourself, your higher self, then you harmonize yourself. And it's so beautiful. So if somebody already starts to judge you, or they start to say you're not doing it right, or they don't accept the way you do things, just get out. That's the first sign that you don't feel comfortable, you know? Something is off, and that's why you already had a little bit of a distance. But you are divine masculine. You are such a loving and kind soul, that you want to be kind to people. But sometimes you shift too much. There's too much drama around you, and that is be felt. So get that all back in balance for yourself. And you don't have to believe anything I say. Just find your own way to come back in that harmony and in that balance. But this is just a channeling for what is good for the divine masculine. Increase your frequency. So go to a higher consciousness in awareness that is lifting you up. That higher awareness that you're going through, connecting with your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you connect with, to create that higher frequency within yourself. Because they're calling you. They're saying, okay, you have such an open heart space. You have such a beautiful soul. You're an earth angel, We call you up to that other level, so you don't get influenced by everything what's coming your way. Sometimes we have, if we are too much in the outer world and operating in that outer world with all the drama, all the energies that's going on, you need time to retreat. And if people don't give you that time to retreat and to be on your own and to go through your processes, that you don't have the time to process anything because they're constantly on your case, you have to make a decision for yourself. Should I stay or should I go? That's what I say. That's what I say. So yeah, don't stay where you're not appreciated. Okay, that's the only thing I want to say. Well, all the love, all the blessings, and and I hear love has nothing to do with that, then it is an attachment or a control issue that they want you on your place and that you're not able to move. That's not from the heart. That's control. That's a very egotistic reaction. Yeah. So let everybody be free. Let everybody have their love they want, and all will be fine. Don't interact too much with the outside world. From the inside, you blossom and you grow. All the love, all the blessings, divine masculine. Bye-bye.